A lady sent the story to me. This Jehovah Witness lady, let's just call her Sharon. She traveled from Lagos to Ago-Iwoye in Ogun State just to write WAEC. Mind you, this is a 26-year-old lady, but she needs her O-levels to attempt a UK visa application. Now, she got to Ago-Iwoye, met with the person she was connected with, and that is the principal of the school. A very nice man indeed. In fact, the man had helped her rent an apartment, a face me, I face you accommodation. This face me, I face you building is what redesigned Sharon's life. It all began with a couple in the next room. They were both coppers, but living couple's life. Around 11 a.m. in the morning, they started fighting and cursing and literally manufacturing slaps of all kinds on each other. Now, please note, Sharon just got to this house a day before, so she was confused. She didn't know what to do. Should I call her not or not? About 15 minutes later, as she was still pondering on what to do, that was when suddenly the fight started sounding like a different kind of fight. There were some sounds coming from their room, suggesting they probably continued fighting without their clothes. They were doing things. The sound was getting shamelessly louder by the minute. Yo, that was when it hit Sharon that, wait, these people beating and slapping each other a few minutes ago, they've started doing things. It was strange but amusing for Sharon at the same time. Plus, whatever was going on there was sounding extraordinary. Now, fast forward to the next day, Sharon went to a Kingdom Hall. That's the church for Jehovah Witnesses. Now, on her way back, getting into the building, she saw a dark complexion, chubby looking lady coming out of the room where the sounds were coming from the day before. Now, regardless of Sharon's conflicting thoughts, she greeted her politely, and the lady also, responded warmly. So they talked about the neighborhood, Sharon's exams, and general stuff. In one word, they connected. Just 2 nights later, Sharon was burning, the night candles, reading for exams around 9 p.m. at night when the couple started fighting again. And after like 10 minutes of manufacturing slaps for each other, the lady started making that kind of noise again. And it was sounding like she swallowed a speaker or something. It was so loud. Now, Sharon was intrigued. It was more like she was curious to understand what was going on exactly in that place. Now, within their mind all through the night, like she read, but again, she would imagine the couple, read a little, and so on, right? Now, this is where it gets interesting. The next morning, Sharon was leaving for exams, and she met the copper lady from last night heading home. Sharon greeted her. The lady answered with a smile. Now, Sharon wanted to ask, like, what's up? But she knows Sabi how to ask, and how would lady feel like she intruded in their personal affair, right? Sharon wanted to ask so badly that the lady could read the expression on Sharon's face. Like, it was clear on her face that she was dying to ask. And so the lady urged Sharon, to say what was on her mind. Now, the naive Sharon asked why she and her boyfriend were always fighting, every night. The lady smiled because she knows where that conversation is heading to. So she told Sharon to go sit for her exam, and that maybe they would talk more about it whenever they both get a chance. Sharon could not wait. So that evening, immediately she got home, she checked on the lady, and luckily the boyfriend of the lady wasn't around yet, so they were free to talk. The lady went straight to the point. It was she wasn't a victim. She has a BDSM fetish. It has been like that for a very long time, and she loves it so much. She intentionally causes the fights because she loves the pampering so much. Yes, the pampering that comes after receiving beating from the boyfriend. She endures the pain also because it heightens her sensitivity to pleasure afterwards, which explains the shameless screams of pleasure. The reward for her now is so much more than the pain. At this point, it was clear that Sharon's head was playing the scenario in full HD. She was fully intrigued that she stopped being shy and was just asking the lady a lot of questions, such that it became obvious to the lady that Sharon was interested in the experience. But she needed Sharon to say it with her own mouth, because the lady had already calculated it in her head that, okay, after WAEC, Sharon is going to go back, which is in 3 weeks after that. Plus, she and the couple, they agreed to date, during the NYSC, because they had their thing going in their different places where they came from. So the lady in her own mind had calculated it that it was harmless for her, letting Sharon have the experience. But here's the problem. Sharon could not open her mouth to ask the lady. It was just so difficult. More like she was mentally struggling between her obvious, sensual desires and her religious faith. It was such a short moment to make, a decision. So she just froze and couldn't ask for it. But she confesses that till today, that Ago-Iwoye trip is one of the reasons why she switched to preferring guys that have either a little Agberu in them, kind of just secretly hoping that she will find that experience someday. I hope you enjoyed listening to it. Please drop a like for the story and subscribe for more.